here with Country Peony. Thank you so much, Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint, for having me. Thank you for joining me today. So today's going to be a really fun DIY. It's a very simple craft to get you ready for spring. I'm here in Texas and it feels like spring, and so this weekend I'm really excited because my kids and I are going to start planting our flower beds, and so it's just going to be a lot of fun. So hello everybody. So first off, tell me where you're coming from. I'd love to hear. And so I wanted to introduce myself. My name's Elizabeth with Country Peony, and Country Peony is a craft blog that focuses on simple and inexpensive DIY and craft projects. And so today we are going to be upcycling. I love a good upcycle, and I think Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint is the perfect addition to any upcycling project. And so I found these flower pots at Dollar Tree, 3 of them for $1. I liked the shape of them, that's why I got them, but there's nothing special about them. And so I thought it'd be really fun to turn them into something like this that has a lot of texture. I don't know if that's reading on the camera, but that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be turning something that's 25 cents into something that looks like a lot more. And so the beauty with today's project is that you don't have to use or go buy anything. You can find items around your home to turn into a really fun planter. Or you could go thrifting, because I love thrifting. But whatever you do, I just hope you have fun with it and you get to enjoy it. And so also the beauty with this is that you can use whatever colors that you want. I live on a farm, so I've got a lot of land where I can garden, but I also love keeping flower pots on my front porch to kind of welcome people as they come up, and I think this is the perfect project for that. So whether you're living in a smaller space or you've got more space to roam, this project is for you. So let's get started. First off, we're going to talk about our vessel. Again, you can find anything around your home, or you can go to your local dollar store and find some pots very inexpensively. And then I picked up this patching plaster from DAP at Walmart for $5. So that's very inexpensive, and I only used a small portion, and I've done many pots already. So what you're going to do is you're going to start off by applying the texture to the pot. And this is what sets it apart. This is what kind of elevates it, if you will. So you're going to first off open it up and make sure that it's mixed. And then I recommend protecting your work surface by placing a mat down and then putting on some gloves, because it can get pretty messy. Okay. Hello everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited for spring. I'm so excited to plant some gorgeous flowers. Okay, so I've got my gloves on, and then you're going to take a knife. I'm just using a plastic knife. You can use whatever you have. And what we're going to do is we are just going to apply the plaster almost like we're icing a cake. So it's really, really fun. So you get a little bit onto your knife, and then you're going to slowly come from the bottom and work your way up. And don't overthink this. Like everything, just have fun with it. And you're just going to be spreading this on here. And the only recommendation I have for this part is to keep your layers nice and thin. If they get too clumpy, they're going to fall off later on. And so just take your time applying this, again, like you're adding icing to a cake. It's so much fun. And depending upon what kind of pot you have, obviously working with the pot. So here I'm kind of whipping it up to add extra texture. And I love how it's creating those little divots and the lines on here. I think that that's going to add even more texture. It does look like icing, isn't it fun? Okay, so, and it's really therapeutic. I think this is a really fun project, and it's another way to use what you currently have. And so don't worry if you miss any of the details today. I'm going to have a full blog post on Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint blog next Wednesday, so you can check it out there. So I'm just going to continue just to show you how incredibly simple this is. I'm just going to continue to ice the plaster around the pot. And so we're going to continue just to create a thin line of plaster all the way around. And you can use other techniques. I also was playing with a swirl technique where instead of doing one long line, you kind of do a fun swirl like that, almost like a spackle. It's really up to you, and you can just play with it. But whatever you decide, again, I just recommend you have fun with it. And that's why I love Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint, because I feel like I'm always just experimenting and playing with the different colors. And you can't go wrong with it because everything you make turns out beautifully, honestly. Okay, so that's pretty good. And like I said, it doesn't need to be perfect. I think that adds to its charm and beauty. So there's a lot of grooves and kind of it's beveling up a bit, but I think that's beautiful. So you're gonna set this aside and you're gonna let it dry for about a day, okay? And so that's why I recommend that first. So you want to make sure that it's dry before you start painting on it. And so from there, we are going to add the fun Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint. For today's colors, I thought it'd be fun to go a little bit more muted, even though I know it's springtime and we're all about color. I mean, you can see my Easter egg wreath behind me and all the wonderful flowers. But that's why I wanted to keep them muted, because to highlight all those gorgeous flowers. I didn't want them to take away from that. So today we are going to be mixing up boxwood, which is a really rich and beautiful green. It's a customer favorite or a fan favorite. And we are going to be doing for my crafting projects, I normally do a little bit and then just kind of work on that. So I start off with a tablespoon. For these pots, because they're not very large, a tablespoon did the trick. And that's another thing, you don't have to use a lot of paint to achieve a beautiful look. And I always recommend starting small and working your way up. So I'm just doing a tablespoon of the boxwood. And then since this project, whenever I'm not working with wood with Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint, I like to add a bonding agent. And so Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint has some really fun new products coming out. And I highly recommend checking out their website to see all the fun additives and some of the new colors and new coatings, because there's some really, really fun ones there. And so Milk Grip is a newer product. It's an outdoor product that should be coming out soon. It's not out yet, but it should be coming out. And it's called Milk Grip Outdoor. I believe their Milk Grip Outdoor Indoor is out now. But this is their outdoor. And since this project is intended for outdoor use, we're going to use it today. So it's very similar to the bonding agent. It's 1 part milk paint to 1 part Milk Grip. Okay? So we're just going to add the Milk Grip to this. And I always add the Milk Grip to projects that I'm not using wood on, because it really allows it to adhere beautifully to any surface, which is fantastic. And if you don't want the chippy look, you can also use the Milk Grip in your paint as well. Okay, so we're now going to add the water. So I did a tablespoon, so we're going to do a tablespoon of the water, and then we're going to mix and see if I like that. And so I'm just using a handy dandy whisk that I have dedicated to this, but you can use a fork, you can use a mixer, whatever you want. Okay, so this is a really good texture and consistency, almost like a cake batter. We were icing the cake, now I've got like a cake batter, so I guess I've got sweets on my mind. Okay. So now we're going to apply the paint. For this, I'm just using a 2-inch paintbrush, but you can use whatever you have on hand. And again, just protect your work surface. No need for gloves here though, because this paint comes off so easily. Okay, and you're just gonna paint it directly on to the plaster that you applied a day before, or whenever you do it. And it goes on so well. You make sure that you get in those grooves, because there's a lot of them from all that beautiful texture that the plaster provided. And it's so fun to think about this, because when you see these in the dollar store, just so much potential there. And that's what we're doing today. We're giving pieces new life. I especially love thrifting, so I love giving old pieces new life, saving them from the landfill, and just giving them some much needed love. Okay, so it goes on really easily. For this project, I've only applied one coat, and that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stop there. And so I'll continue to paint just so I can show you how simple this is. And it's really, really fun. The texture is really coming through on here. And I'm making a mess, but that's okay, because it's really easy to clean up. Okay. I'm gonna show you how beautiful that this is. Okay, not sure if you can see all those gorgeous grooves in there. Look how pretty that is. Coming from something very simple like this to these stunning grooves, and the way that the paint picks it up, and the texture that it adds on top of the grooves. It's really, really fun. Okay. And then I do recommend painting the inside as well, just because, why not? But you can do whatever you want. Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint is non-toxic, and it's just wonderful. And so that's why projects like this, when you're working with plants and so forth, it's not gonna harm them. Okay, so you get the idea, and you saw how well that milk grip bonded to this plaster and to the inside of the pot. Okay, so very, very simple there. So I recommend letting this dry about a day as well. And then let me kind of clean my hands. I hope the weather is nice where you're at. I hope you have some fun projects planned for this weekend. Like I said, we're gonna try to plant some flowers. I love flowers so much, and I'm hopeful I can save some money by planting my own this season, so we'll see, fingers crossed. Okay, so once that's dry, you are going to apply another really fun product to give it, to kind of finish it off and prepare it for the outdoors. So again, as I mentioned, Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint, there's a bunch of really fun new products coming out. And one of their newest products coming out is the milk oil outdoor. And so this is perfect for preserving your wood outside. It is weather resistant, it's water resistant, and it just kind of provides a beautiful coating for anything that you're gonna put outside. So think your potting shed, think your planters. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So I'm really excited about this product. It is not on the market yet, but it is coming out soon. So keep your eyes open for that and check it out. And it's got a beautiful smell. The first time I opened it, it's beautiful. So, and it's really easy and fun to work with. So the application for this is you can use a towel that's lint-free, or you can use a brush like I'm gonna do today. So I painted Arabesque, my favorite, onto another pot, and I don't know if you can see, but this is the, I'm calling it the spackle effect, or kind of the swirl effect. It's a little bit different than the icing effect that we did where I went down, but I used circular motions with the knife, and it created this fun texture. And so what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna add the milk oil on top so that you can protect it when you put it outside. You put your plants in it and it's gonna be beautiful. So let me show you just how simple this is to apply. And look how beautiful this shine is on here. Now it soaks up whatever surface it goes onto, and it dries really quickly, 24 to 48 hours, but you need to give it about 30 days to cure to where it's really protected before you put it out into the elements. And so, yes, this milk oil is gonna be fantastic. And birdhouses sound amazing, Michelle. That's another really great use for it. I would love to try that. Okay, so you're just gonna continue to apply it to the entire planter or flower pot. And again, the application is super simple, and this is it. And so you're gonna give it, again, 24 to 48 hours to dry completely, and then 30 days to let it cure. So that way your project is nice and beautiful and ready for the elements outside. So again, the milk oil is not available just yet, but it'll be coming really, really soon. And I wanted to talk about it today because it's perfect for spring and getting ready for all those outdoor projects, especially, you know, if you've been cooped up all winter in the elements. And so then from here, you're just gonna add your favorite flower. I got some more flowers here, so I'm gonna add them to my other pots. Once it's completely dry, but you get the idea. So here is the final project. And again, I just want to show you the before and the after. Think outside the box, which you can use. These are dollar store pots I got for 25 cents, and this is the final product. So I think that that's quite an upcycle, quite an elevation, and you can use anything you have in your home with just a little plaster, and of course Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint and their wonderful additives to protect it from the outside. So thank you so much for joining me today. You can find me at countrypeony.com, and thank you to Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint for having me. And again, the blog post will be up next week highlighting this fun technique. And if you have any other questions, please let me know, or let Miss Mustard Seeds Milk Paint team know, and we can get them answered for you. Until next time, I hope you'll have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, guys.